Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Did your P80, Injunction, your frame, receiver, or jig? Find out here next on DLD After Dark. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Thank you for taking the time to join us. It is an honor to have you all here. And what do you guys think of the new gear? Huh? Huh? Is that forward enough? Is that forward enough? When I go, to drop off my daughter at school and I'm rocking that, is that forward enough? If not, I can make other arrangements. And I can wear this, a symbol for thyself. I mean, you can't lie, that thing is clean. And then, of course, on the front, shout out to P80. And I got the symbol for thyself patch right there and the P80 patch right there. I love it. I love it. So yeah, we're gonna get rocking and rolling. Snoring Rich says, "You think I should spill the beans on who I am tonight?" I'd say DJK. That's been my thought. Well, that's been one of 3 thoughts since day one. Not gonna lie. But it's great to have you here, Snoring Rich. So let's go ahead and get started, ladies and gentlemen. So first off, I want to take a moment to congratulate who was first. Now, hmm. So okay, so that was an accident. When I came in and I was like, "Yo, sorry I'm late." Dude, the last 24 hours has been crazy. And you guys probably care. The new people that are coming in here that are like, oh, they're talking about, the Injunction, Polymer 80, and unfinished frames and receivers and jigs. I care. They probably don't care about the last 24 hours of my life. So let me know if you guys want to hear. We'll chat about it a little bit. It's crazy, all crazy sauce. But my apologies. I was accidentally first this evening. I guess I'm always first in some capacity, right? However, Kurt, because he's quick on that trigger finger with the submission. Kurt 24 said, "Congrats on first." So I think we're going to give it to him. Let's give it to 9mm Kurtz. Okay. I think that's the right thing to do. So, Kurt 24, congratulations on actually being first because my first doesn't really count, right? Like I'm already there. I'm always here. I'm always there, right? When you guys are first. So, Kurt 24, congratulations. You, sir, are due one pinky high five. Congrats. Love you for being here. You're awesome. And of course, Kurt 24 is also channel member. Oh, hold on. My phone's blowing up. Is somebody sending me something? Oh, hold up. Oh my gosh, I got a notification of myself. Dang, and Kurt 24 started the evening with, I was about to say started the morning. That's how jacked up my head is right now over the last 24 hours. Kurt 24 has gifted 5 channel memberships. Bro, Kurt, thank you, man. You're awesome. And you're growing the glowy squad, right? Like this is like incredible. But man, you're the best, bro. Love you, man. So everyone give Kurt some love for spreading the niceness. And let's go ahead and welcome all of our channel members, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Excuse me, channel members. So Kurt 24, not only was he first, he's also a channel member. Channel member. We got Key ASC, also a channel member. We got Dang Old Matt. Dang it, Bobby. You're grounded for a week for jerking off in the pool shed. Dang Old Matt, channel member. Thank you for taking the time to join us. We also have Snoring Rich. Now, Snoring Rich is also definitely an imposter, right? He's an imposter. We all know, but he's also a channel member, so we love him for it. Toy Town Inc. What's up, brother? Another channel member. Good to see you. We got Barton Fink, another channel member. Thank you for joining us, my brother. Mike McClune, what's cracking, fam? Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Another channel member. We got Mike McClune, Snoring Rich, Mike McClune, Kurt24, Snoring Rich, Mike McClune. Dang, see what happens when I leave you guys in here. Look at this. Princess kicking butt. Princess ting 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 ting. Hi, DLD. Great to see you. Thank you for joining us. One of the few, ladies that hang out with us. So thank you. Let's see, Snoring Rich. Nate D, what's up, brother? Thank you for joining us. I appreciate you being here. Another channel member. We got Flying Rich, who's a channel member. Let's see. Hey, come out in PLA. Bro, you know what? Come out in PLA. I was just going through some previous shipments and I realized that yours is still sitting in there. I didn't print it out and ship it. I'm like, what the hell? That was like 2 weeks ago. So I'm sorry to leave you hanging, but I got you. It's in there. It's in there. And oh man, I can't show it because the music is copywritten, copyrighted, copywrote. That's copywrote, bro. But I did this Instagram reel that is probably one of the funnest ones with that Queen song. What is it? Don't Stop Me Now. Yeah, Don't Stop Me Now. Having a good time. Yeah, Don't Stop Me Now. It was dope. But I'll just have to post it. Moving along. Come on, PLA. What's up, brother? Another channel member. We got Flying Rich, of course, channel member. We know. Breaking news is dude, what? Oh, God bless Flying Rich. Let's see. Flying Rich. Excuse me. This is when I said I had to do some back end duties. You so dirty. You so dirty. C&T Designs and Arms. What's up, brother? Another channel member. Thank you for hanging out with us. Man against the masses, Mr. Madam himself. He is the resident meme artist. And we can't, do memes without him. He is the meme lord. So thank you for coming and hanging out with us. Let's see. Nate D, C&T, Snoring Re. Hold up. My bad. No way. Hold up. Did somebody? Hang on. What? Oh, bro, come on. You're tripping. Sorry, I'm sorry. Somebody's hit me up saying, some bullsh. Okay, CNT, Nate D, Man Against the Masses, CNT. Okay, Kurt. I just want to make sure we hit all of our channel members. Man Against the Masses, CNT. Hey, BB Luminous. What's up, brother? Another channel member. Key ESC, Storm Rich. Jackson. What up? Jackson? Great to see you. Another channel member. Kurt 24 Jackson. Hey, DJK. First. He's like 30 minutes down. He's like, first. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Another channel member. Jackson, CNT, Snorm Rich, KAC, Goon Beam. What's up, fam? Man, I think I told you this, but I started getting some flickering in the Goon Beam, and then I charged the battery, right? Because it's the brightest, dopest flashlight on the market for like 60 something dollars, and it's great. And I think if you go to my description, you're actually going to see that I have an affiliate link where you can get this 80,000 lumen little EDC flashlight. It is a great fist filler for when you gotta give somebody a little jab. But in my description there's an affiliate link that you could use that would support Goonbeam and the channel. So holla at your boy. Go holla at your boy for the tacticalist flashlights. But they're excellent lights. I love it. Hey, Marconi, thank you for joining. KSC, Mike McClune, CNT, Flying Rich, Marconi. Too many choices. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Another channel member. T for Tejas. What's up, fam? Good to see you, man. Awesome to have you here. Another channel member. Kurt 24. Too many choices. Jackson, Storm Rich. Fall Heart, what's up, man? Thank you for joining. Appreciate you. Another channel member. Let's see, Princess. See, okay, so this is the great thing. So now, Ting Ting, Princess Kicking Butt, is a channel member, and I'm not sure who else. I can't see right there. Actually, this may show me who became a channel member. Okay, so Princess Kicking Butt, Tuck Firance, Scott D. Pignificent, Aaron Staton, not sure who that is. That sounds like an ATF agent. I'm just saying. Uh, and Marconi, all are now channel members. So thank you, Kurt. You are the man. Appreciate you doing that. Spreading the love, right? Living a life of care, compassion, contribution. I'm just saying, right? All things just kind of fall into place when you live life like that. All right, so let's go through. All right, hold on. My chat just refreshed chat holes. Okay, let me go back. Okay, there we go. Scott D. Pignificent, what's up, brother? Madam, too many choices. Nate D. Jackson, Marconi, C&T Designs and Ams. C&T Designs and Ams. Too many choices. Nate D. C&T. The people that are coming in that like have no idea what's going on right now. They're like, "What is this dude? Is he like having a stroke?" He's just saying words. Yeah. So, oh, bro, what in the world? So now DJK is not another fucking felon. Um, DJK is not a channel member. How did that happen? I guess it does it like on anniversaries of streams. That's crazy. Hey, what's up, brother? Yeah, man, you got it. Fama James, appreciate you being here, man. You got it, bro. Snoring Rich, are you me? Okay, DJK, I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think it's DJK. I got two other options because I'm not just looking at like interaction. I'm looking at several other things, but I don't want to make them hip to like what I think it is, right? So it's language patterns, right? It's why am I saying it? I'm saying I don't want them to know. Um, sound off your life here for you. I'm not sure what that means. Princess kicking butt. Nate D, too many choices. Hey, Ron Bear, what's up, man? Another channel member. Kurt 24, Princess kicking butt. Scott D, Magnificent, dang old man. Rip Dango, what's up, fam? Barbecued New York strip, 1.5 pounds. Dang, you ate 1.5 pounds of New York strip? Bro, I would be dragging myself with one arm like that dude from the original Saw movie. You remember that? Like, yeah, I could actually, I could probably do, I could do like about a pound. Anything beyond a pound is like comatose. Like, I would wake up tomorrow late for everything. Fall Heart, let's see, Jackson, Kurt 24. Come on, PLA, Princess Kicking Butt, Kurt 24. Live life. What's up, fam? Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Another China member. China member. Let's see. Dude, these names are incredible. You guys are awesome, man. You guys are the best. Agorizer, what's up, brother? Another channel member. Hey, Invader Zip, another channel member. Dude, this is great. See, when you guys buy memberships and it extends to other people, you know, we share the love, bro. We share the love. DLD Dark likes dudes. Really, bro? Come on. Where's the love? Where's the love, doggy? Martin Kaminsky, what's up, man? Talking about 9mm again. I love it. Appreciate you coming in here talking about how great 9mm is and how it's superior to 40 cal. I mean, that's remarkable. Thank you. Let's see. Stephen David, what's up, brother? Another channel member. BV Sim, Jackson, Princess King, but Martin Kaminsky. Goodness gracious. Uh, Nadine Fody will get you killed in the streets. Oh, in the streets. Sorry, this is true. This is only factual evidence that we're sharing here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm super far behind. Gort, what's up, man? Thank you for joining. And I think that Chena member. John Rice, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Another Chena member. Angry Sarge, what up? Another Chena member. We can has all the things shipped to us now. Yeah, we're gonna hit that. We're gonna hit that. We're gonna hit that real good. Sorry, let me stop that. Agorizer Nate D. Excuse me. Goodness gracious. Great balls of fire. And who else we got? Mark Tucka, Angry Sarge, Jason. What's up, fam? Good to see you. Another channel member. And we got, do we have Shana? Do we have Shana member? Jeez, man. Now you guys know when this gets like crazy, when everybody is a channel member, because it takes like 20 minutes to get through just welcoming you guys. And I am done. Jesus Christ. Now, of course, the honorable mentions. We got P38 Wilberto. Great to see you. We got Vincent Boogaloo. What's up, man? Thank you for joining. Sandwich Chef, which we all know is the chef of sandwiches. Let's see. We got Vincent Yogalo. If I was using another account, I would be saying a lot more controversial-ish. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I appreciate that. Chamber Defense, what's up, brother? Yo, 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 Dilders, you know it. Gort, what's up, man? Good to see you. I know I said hi to you earlier, but great to see you. And we got, I saw Tim Hopper. Tim Hopper, what's up, man? Thank you for joining us. Appreciate you. And P38, I love having you here, man. It's great to see you guys. It's awesome. So let's see. Okay, Wesley Foster, all you guys, great to see you, man. Thank you. And as I see you guys in chat, chat more, or excuse me, chat mo, we'll talk about it. Senor Bob, good to see you. Damian Cristo, great to see you. Yeah, so I guess let's just kind of have a conversation about this, right? So, you know, we knew that obviously, Polymer 80 was going to court and well involved in a court case, and we know that they're not the only ones. There's a lot going on right now. Um, there's a lot going on right now, and I knew that I would be faced with this moment when because I have a business selling jigs. I knew that I would be faced with this moment where I would have to say, like, okay, if this happens, right, if we go back to the old school ways of being able to sell frames, the original Polymer 80 frames, and we were able to do it with jigs and rails and bits and templates and instructions and all that together, I would take the L. I can't be so selfish that I would be like, oh man, like I wish we didn't have freedom so I could, have traffic on my website. Like that's crazy. So obviously you guys know me, and I'm gonna, put myself aside to be able to take a stand with everyone for freedom. Now, this is an injunction that is granting P80 similar to the injunction for 80% arms with the GST9. Essentially, the ATF coming in and not even writing any, they obviously don't have the ability to write law, right? But without even writing any legislation, without an act of Congress, without anything at all, they come in and they change the rules in August and they say, hey, we need y'all to separate this stuff. Okay, you cannot sell the frame with the jig and the rails and templates and instructions and all that. Then they drop a massive document on that, and then they come in 12/27/22 at like I think it was 3:24 p.m. exactly. I remember where I was. Then they said, oh yeah, those frames, those blank frames, the frame blanks that we put a final rule on that said you guys had to separate them, those are actually guns. Even though under the 1968 Gun Control Act, it literally does not fit their own description of what a firearm is. And the interesting thing is when you read through, you find that it's and there's a couple things on this. So when you read through, in their own words, it literally says the unfinished frame or receiver, the unfinished frame or receiver is a firearm. Okay, so please tell me how like the bag of sugar and flour is not the cake, right? You cannot say that the ingredients are the outcome. Like, come on. But guys, that's how they are. That's how they act. And of course they want to try to eliminate our freedoms and reduce everything they can that would allow us to build modern firearms in the privacy of our own home with zero governmental overreach. Tuck Firance, what's up, brother? Tuck Firance, you, sir, are now a channel member because Kurt 20 purchased 5 channel memberships earlier. So congratulations. The not a gun is a gun. Exactly. Right. John Rice got it. It's like, the ETF has no jurisdiction over parts. 100% correct. Especially over parts that are not parts by definition. Right. But even beyond that, okay, let's let me actually pull this up real quick. Give me 1 second, you guys. I know I'm gonna have to go through some riffraff. I had all this pulled up, but I had to close a bunch of tabs. Give me 1 second. Now, I knew that the judge that oh, come on. Why would you delete it, bro? Come on. They're trying to get us. They're trying to get us by deleting it. Let's see. Okay, beautiful. So let's see if I can actually pull. I want to read to you guys from the actual injunction because this is how we know that it's super base. Hey, C&T Designs and Arms gifted 5 channel memberships. Holy cow, you guys. That's crazy. Bro, Coop. Okay, so because of Coop, because of C&T Designs and Arms, now Chamber Defense is a channel member. G Lint Noves is a channel member. Guns from the Grave is a channel member. Bronson is a channel member. Hold on, did I miss? Did I miss one? That's only 4. A whole bunch of channel members. Bro, CNC Designs and Arms, thank you so much, man. You are the man. Hell yeah. Rock on, my man. Um, appreciate you, Damian Christ. Appreciate you, man. Janet Chidamemba. Hell yeah. Slim223. And guys, just so you know, hey, Silverback, what's up, fam? Just so you guys know, you can actually go click on, I think it's the bottom right hand side, and you can actually click to allow gifts. So that way, like if people keep giving gifted memberships and you're inactive, user and you're not receiving them, it's because you have to click to allow gifts. And there's a way to do that, some way by clicking something. So Chamber Defense with the man, it sucks, man. On the computer, you can't even see the emojis, which is like the coolest part of being a channel member, right? But thank you. Wood chippers, where you at, bro? Where you at? Hold on. I saw wood chippers and millstones pure blood. End of quote. All right. I think that's an interesting name. Thank you for joining. Okay, so kind of going back to this here. Oh, you know what? Let me see if I can get. I think I got a. I think I took a shot of it here. Sorry, guys. Like I said, I had these pulled up, but I had to close it. I had to close it. Oh, and we also got some other exciting news here. Yeah, dang it. I didn't take the guys, sorry, hang on 1 second. Let me pull this up. And I know it's not like, you guys are doing anything, waiting on me. Let's see. Okay, well, we'll just go through and then I'll pull up the actual injunction. And there's a reason for this. So, number one, when I started reading through the injunction, I knew that we were going to be in a good place because one thing, okay, so ATF letter was written for 1776 in DLD. Oh my god, bro. I didn't even read that until then. So it's actually not true. The If you look at the way things were going down, um, there are other companies that like were openly advertising, and we'll hit this too tonight. But there were other companies that were like selling a frame, right? And then they would actually put, you know, I don't want to say the company's names because I don't want to throw anyone in hot water, right? But the reality is that they were like selling frames saying, go here for jigs on the same page where it says straight up, like, go buy jigs here. And then on the jig page, it said go buy frames here. And it specifically says in there, I mean, they listed this in the first 296-page document that they dropped. They had said that you cannot structure a transaction like that, right? You can't. That what they said is that actually is going around the 1968 Gun Control Act, and that is if someone is engaging in the business of selling, these items, and they're actively encouraging people to go to a certain place to get a frame and then to get a jig and then whatever, then what is happening is that they're avoiding licensure and the FFL and transfers and blah 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 and background checks and all that. But Yeah. So it's it's different if I get on a live stream and I have a website that sells jigs and I'm like, oh yeah, you guys should check out these companies. Like that's a completely different situation. And the live streams are totally isolated from my website. Yeah, I talk about shit on my website here all the time, but it's different. But no matter what, if you build them, they will come. Think about that. In the end, with what we're looking at right now, with all the encroachments, if you build them, they will come. But anyway, some people were just taking it a little too far, and they were going out and publicly putting like, "Hey, I'm a frame company and I'm selling frames. Go buy a jig here after you buy our shit," or go buy a frame here after you buy a jig here. Like they were totally putting it out on Front Street as opposed to just having like casual conversations. Like, yeah, I would go to this company or this company or this company. It's different, in my opinion. But yeah, I think the open letter that was dropped today is hey David Michael, what's up, brother? It's different. Testing 1 2 3. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Fear is a factor. Joe Rogan. Yeah, facts. Structuring. Now, the crazy thing is that structuring is actually a charge of financial implications. That's typically when somebody is, um, removing under $10,000 per transaction to avoid federal reporting, right? So that's I think what they meant was the actual terminology of structuring, which was structuring a transaction so that they could avoid. But here's the thing, like even just simply buying a P80 as we know them, like as when they first were like all of these P80s right here that are all chilling, those were all purchased like, in prior to the rule change. The totally ridiculous bullshit, non-legislation, non-act of Congress have an S, where they made a new rule of how they interpret law. So of course it has the full weight of federal law behind it because they certainly want to be able to charge people and get people in trouble. But anyway, so back to the injunction. When I started going through and 599 via Venmo. So when I started going to through the injunction, I saw right away that this judge they went directly to the 1968 Gun Control Act. And the reason why that's important is because which it may seem that that would be like a normal thing to do. Like anyone would just go back and reference the most recent actual legislation that had taken place. But what happened is, Guilty After Dark, all you need to do is get a $2 permit that covers everything. It's, ATF looks the other way. What? Uh, what law? I know my rights. Yeah, none of these are laws, right? But they use law. Um, you know what, Flying Rich is a good point. Maybe Virginia Minuteman. What's up, man? Government has to kill dissent during wartime. Facts. And this is a very short time window they're looking at. So they're looking at, between 12/27/22 and 3/20/23. And there's not many companies that were, doing that. So, but we can revisit that later. I haven't actually had the time to read through the entire open letter, but I've got the gist of it. Trust me. Uh, and yeah. So anyway, moving back to the injunction. So when I saw that the first thing that the judge did, I could tell they were fucking based like right away because excuse me, what they were doing is they were going back to the 1968 Gun Control Act and they were referencing the ATF's own definition of what a firearm frame and receiver is, right? And the fact that they did that and they didn't go to, you know, some activist judges or some judges are activists, sorry. Some judges are activists and I could see a lot of people go into, well, you know, ghost gun crime is up, 10 bazillion percent, and all that bullshit that they try to, throw out and act like they're doing something positive when really most of the statistics that are reported on, ghost guns, as they say, take America back. What's up, brother? Um, most of those, Paul Bald, Shogun, what up? Sorry, easily distracted. But good to see y'all nonetheless. So it's very easy to get lost in this, especially when they're taking firearms that just have obliterated serial numbers, right? They are factory firearms that are purchased and then stolen, or it's a straw purchase or whatever it is, right? Used in a crime, after being legally purchased. And let's say they have obliterated serial numbers. Well, what they do is they take those and then they lump those into the statistics of crime guns, and then they say that those are ghost guns, right? Which there's no possible way, like, well, you guys know what they're doing anyway. So they're trying to inflate their own numbers to make it appear as if there are builders out here that are basically cranking out 80s and just selling them on the street corner, out front of a school with a backpack. Like they're carving out the inside of like a math book and then putting a P80 in there. There was actually an event that happened in California. Okay, and this was a man that was in a store that was stealing. He was caught stealing. Well, it was alleged that he was stealing. So some staff from Walmart approached him in the store, and then police had approached him in the store. They had called the police, and he actually drew a handgun. Well, they found a handgun on him, and then as they were tussling, he reached for it, and he managed to get the handgun out. Seemed like it kind of fell down his pants during the tussle. So two cops are grabbing him, and he's a big dude, and they're kind of tussling with him, and he appeared to be reaching for it. I'm not going to say anything, I'm not going to speak ill of the dead. But no, I can't tell if that was his intention or not. But it appeared he could have been taking it to try to throw it. Who knows? But which in California, that would have disappeared in about 2 seconds flat, and somebody would have ran off with it. That's like pure gold. But anyway, so when he drew that handgun from his waistband or removed it, or the cops, when they struggled over it, when it came out, they shot him in the head and they killed him. Okay. And it was actually really creepy because in that footage, there was a civilian bystander that was trying to help. And when they shot him in the head, he was like, "Nice, nice." He said nice like 4 or 5 times. It was so creepy. William Bologna, what's up, bro? Like, who would do, I don't know if you guys have ever seen like really nasty, gory stuff in real life, but sometimes that shit kind of fucks you up a little bit, and the dude's like cranium was opened up, you know, back to the earth from whence he came. And he's like, nice. I'm like, dude, this dude is twisted. Anyway, so they take this polymer 80, okay? And they're like, it's a polymer 80. I mean, clearly it's a polymer 80. So, I mean, this is a ghost gun, right? No. Although it was a polymer 80, you guys know that polymer 80s also make serialized pistols, okay? Facts, Unit 16, 100%. Too many people have little respect for life these days. And that's why I close every single stream the way that I do every single time, because we need to be kind. We need to live a life of care, compassion, contribution, give to others, right? Bless others. We become blessed when we bless others, right? And all that stuff. Y'all know what I say every time. Okay. So, anyway, going back to it, if you want to hear, stick around to the end and you'll hear, or just go to one of my other streams and go to the last like 5-10 minutes. Anyway, so they're like, this is a polymer 80, right? Polymer 80 clearly also makes 100% handguns, serialized, handguns. It was a factory serialized polymer 80. This factory serialized polymer 80 just happened to have the serial number obliterated. Because unlike a factory Glock, for an example, a factory Glock has a serial number on the frame, on the slide, and on the barrel. Well, polymer 80s just have a serial number on the frame. So they, of course, lumped it in with the statistics, sorry, of the old ghost gun stuff. Can we talk automotive and dental preparedness? Bro, you don't wanna talk over the last, like, 24 to 48 hours, like, you don't even wanna talk to me about that shit right now. I basically blew the tire off of my car, literally to where the tire came off the rim, and Rich will not stop busting my balls about it, and it has destroyed the last 36 hours of my life because I have no car right now. I gotta drop 2 grand on getting it fixed. I don't know, for all I know, the rim was bent. I mean, I think it's good, but so much shit. So can you guys tell Rich to please just take it easy on me? I would show you guys a picture, but I don't want y'all to figure out my plate number. Shit. Hold on. Okay, so I think Kurt sent me another gentleman. Dang, bro. Okay, Angry Sarge gifted 5 memberships. Holy smokes, I didn't even see that, dude. Angry Sarge, brother, thank you so much, man. Y'all are incredible, man. I love all y'all so much, man. And Angry Sarge. Okay, so uh, let's see. So Paul Ball. Oh no, so Rhino 73 was gifted a membership. Capolina Mix was gifted a membership. Shogun Customs was gifted a membership. Jason King and Stephen Kilpatrick. That's awesome. Congratulations to all the new Jenna members, all the new dilders and builders. So hell yeah. Benchies go boom. What's up, fam? Good to see you. Jeff Crom, what up? What up? What up? What up? What up? I was about to replace all my tires too. Dude, I was months late on that and I just blew. I'll show you. I think I can show you without showing like all my shit. Shit. Hold up. Let me see. Here, this is the best I can get without like with keeping OPSEC in mind. This is the best I can oh, you know what? I got an idea. Here, how about this? For the Fed bites that are in the building. Hold on. There we go. Hold on. Oh, this is gonna be great. Okay. Because you just can't be too safe, y'all. Um, this oop, this is my tire. So yeah, it was bad, and because we had to, move it and like back it up and turn it and all the shit, like while the rubber is basically coming off the GD tire, you know, I had to Dark was riding on sparks with the tread. Bro, you guys see in those car chase videos where like, they're just running on sparks, like how long do you think that's gonna last? Like, I started to back out of a parking spot, and I was like, "Oh, something wrong." I knew right away. My front, my power tire is flat. Like, I can tell. And then I pull back in. We're talking like 6 feet out, 6 feet in max. These fools, like, they're man, did you guys see well, you know what? Sorry. We'll get back to this stuff, guys. See what you guys do? John Crump News, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Driving like you stole it. Facts. Should have sent you tires. Jeez. Yeah. By the way, man. Okay, so Goonbeam, bro. I get y'all know that like I canceled Amazon, I canceled Netflix, I canceled, you know, Disney Plus, HBO Max, like all that stuff, all the people that hate us, right? The people that absolutely hate us, I don't want to give them money anymore. Right? I refuse to. And that includes, like, mainstream media. I don't watch them anymore. I mean, obviously, that's been a while, right? I'll do some reconnaissance if needed, but for the most part, I refuse to give our money from our movement and our people. I refuse to give that money to people that hate us, and that could extend to other things in our life too, but we could talk about that offline. Anyway, um, there is, there's a reason I was, saying this. Sorry, I just got totally okay, so I show up, and, I heard a package get delivered at, I got 2 doors, okay? Heard a package get delivered at one side, and I was like, "Oh, I gotta go grab a package," right? Then I heard knock, 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 ding dong. And I was like, "Oh, what the hell? That's my front." So I go and it's an Amazon package. I'm like, "What? Somebody must have just used an Amazon box because I don't have Amazon, right?" So anyway, I go out and I open it up and the first thing that's on top says, "This is a gift." And I'm like, "What?" And I open it up and it is the thermal printer that Goombeam and, Rich and everyone has been telling me to get for DLD hardware forever, forever. Like everyone has been telling me you need to get a thermal printer. You need to stop cutting out the paper and taping the paper to the packages. Like you need to just get a thermal printer. It'll make getting out packages every day so much easier. Goombeam literally bought one for me and sent it to me as a gift because when I scanned it, it was like, "Boop, thank Goombeam for his gift," and I was like, "Oh my god!" Like, how y'all? If there is any company out there, like, obviously it's a company that we know has like the dopest flashlights in the business, like tactical, practical flashlights in the business. I mean, you could cook an egg with this thing for real, and I have beat the dog shit out of it for like over a year and it still works. It started to flicker a little bit, but then I just whacked it and it was good. So Goombeam is the man, and in the description there's a link to his website and patronize the man's business. All right. Anyway, so backing up a little bit. My apologies to do this. Goombeam legends. VK, what up? Good to see you. Damn, Goombeam. I know, right? Like I and when I said thank you to him, I was like, "Goombeam, like, you have no idea how grateful I am for this. Like, this is incredible." Especially, when you get a package and it's a surprise, it's like, "Oh my god." It's kinda like Christmas, right? Like, it was just dope, right? Talk about a great friend. Aw, Goombeam was my friend. I know, bro, for real. Like, that's what do we say? Be kind, live a life of care, compassion, contribution, give to others, right? A hand that's open to give is open to receive. So I'm telling you, watch when people live like that, their life becomes bigger. And that's just awesome. I picked up a chunk of aluminum when I drove to Boston and back. Hey, aluminum is a very, you know, um, it's something that can it has a lot of different uses, so enjoy. Uh, you mean okay, never mind. I picked up a chunk of aluminum when I drove to Boston and back and left rear tire. My apologies. Yes, that's terrible. That's terrible. I thought you were talking about aluminum that you can use for things, for energetic things. But yeah, no, that's dope. But yeah, man, we got an incredible bunch of people here. Like our little community is like just the best people in the world. I'm convinced. I love it. It's incredible. Bending Ballistics, what's up, bro? Oh, by the way, I saw your message. You said you were developing a 3D printed. Oh, should I not say it? Tell me if I should say it, because I won't say it if you say that I shouldn't say it. I want to respect your privacy. All right, I'll wait for you, and we'll go back to this injunction. Okay. Sorry, I get distracted easily. Okay, so aluminium. No, you stabbed a tire up down. Yeah, yeah. It's crazy. Yes, the massage you gave me. Yeah, I probably won't say anything unless you specifically say that I can. But you let me know, bro. Yeah. Crazy lady princess kicking butt. I know. I know. Kang. All right. So going back to it, when I read in the injunction that people are like, the video actually starts at 45 minutes. Yeah, sorry. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, that's 46 minutes. Okay, here we go. So going back to the injunction, um, when I saw that the judge literally first things first went right back to actual legislation, right? An actual act of Congress to and Bruin, by the way, and he referenced Bruin. I was like, holy shit. Like, this has an actual chance. Like, we have an actual chance of winning this shit because we have a judge that, regardless of what their personal beliefs are, they're actually looking at true legislation. What is the actual law, right? And what are the recent Supreme Court, excuse me, the Supreme Court case law to reference with this? And what the ATF is doing, the ATF has absolutely no power to do what they're doing. They are way overstepping. They are an agency that is completely out of control. They have absolutely no authority to do any of this, right? And this has already been proven in so many other cases, like not only the recent West Virginia versus the EPA, but this goes back to way before. They cannot come in and just write a rule change and just literally post a sentence, an open letter that I've never met an FFL that actually received that open letter, right? And then post a sentence and then say, oh, by the way, this carries the full effect of the law, of the actual effing law, right? Now, all of these companies are sitting out there with all these frames and all these frames and jigs and all that. They're like, what the fuck do I do? What do I do to stay in business? Right. And they're destroying lives, right? And did you guys know that there are 39 families a day that are affected negatively by the ATF, at least the previous year? Um, Grumpy,
What up?
that's really loud. I was actually gonna go through and read your article.
Okay, yeah, you can do that. I just wanted to give some background on this judge really quick.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Lay it on me.
Yeah, I've been looking into his rulings. His rulings are free. This judge, if there's a based judge in the
Can
country, it's
can I
him.
guess? Can I
What?
guess? I would guess that his rulings are, 1, fair, and 2, they're not necessarily right-leaning like I'm sure people would, um, you know,
No.
surmise or guess. Uh,
Basically, his rulings is on the Constitution,
yeah.
like
I gather
straight
that
up Constitution.
when
Like,
he went to the definition that the gay TF, they're the ones that their definition in the 1968 Gun Control Act, right? That was the last act of Congress, or the actual like legislation that they could reference here, was the 1968 Gun Control Act, and the fact that he took Bruin in you know uh, into account when doing this.
am I froze up?
What was that?
I think I'm froze up.
Your face is froze. Hang on, let me try one thing. Boom, bow, boom, bow. Okay,
Okay,
there you go.
weird. It was
You're
a
back.
StreamYard thing.
FJB and his goon squad.
No,
Uh,
but like I looked at his rulings on everything from Fourth Amendment to Fifth Amendment to even First Amendment cases.
you're gonna have to stop right there because 90% of people only know the first 2 amendments.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
just kidding. I'm sorry. That's an asshole thing to say.
yeah, well, like his First Amendment, there was a business that refused to do a wedding dress for a gay couple, right?
Mhm.
And because they were Christian, and they're like, oh, this is discrimination, and the um the judge said, well, it's their religion. They're like, well, the religion is discriminating against me. And he was like, it's the religion, freedom of religion. What do you want me to do?
Yeah.
He's also the judge that knocked down Obamacare before the Supreme Court,
Interesting.
acted.
Now, the other thing that he said, which I was like, okay, whoa, super based. Okay, so first off, you referenced actual legislation to make your decision and not the uptick in ghost, the crazy, stupid shit that we hear all the time, right? Which, people say that there aren't activist judges, but
This
yeah,
was in the cake. This was a wedding dress.
yeah, yeah. But he referenced the Gun Control Act, which is using their definitions against them, which I think is,
He
it,
used a freaking own witness against them.
and he referenced the
Oh
piece
no,
about
that's California.
Mark.
That's California. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I may have been thinking of that too. But and he literally took so what they said was that Polymer 80 cannot use this marketing and give this information out and instructions and blah. He's like, that's a First Amendment issue. Strike it down. Boom. You cannot control their speech. I'm like, bro, this judge is super based, right? So I was thrilled to see this. Like I was blown away. And you know what? It's also sad to see that I was excited at the rarity of judges that actually abide by their oath. But it was refreshing to see. I was excited to see that, and it's also pretty sad that
Yeah,
I was excited to see
he's
that.
what is called an originalist judge, which is this is what he doesn't believe the Constitution is a living, breathing document.
Yeah.
He believes these are set in stone, and what would be the purpose of a Constitution if it was, if you could just say, hey, that doesn't apply anymore.
Yeah, times have changed, right? It's like saying, the First Amendment doesn't apply anymore because this whole social media and internet thing is really changing what does safety dot call it? The velocity of information. It's like, dude, it doesn't change anything about your freedom of speech, your freedom of expression, the right of the press, religion, like everything. Like this doesn't change anything. Just in the same thing. Like now, imagine if back in the days of the Civil War, right? Imagine if they had said, "Oh, we can't have people running around with privateers. We can't have people running around with battleships and cannons and Gatling guns. This is crazy. We used to only have sticks and spears, and now what would have happened in the Civil War if they didn't have privateers to contract to fight on our side?"
Oh, you mean that? You mean if I think you mean Revolutionary War.
I'm sorry, I'm tripping. Revolutionary War.
Lafont.
It's been a
Lafayette, no, Lafayette. That's what it is. Lafayette, not Lafont. Lafont's the guy that designed DC. Lafayette.
facts took freedom is not free, it must be fought for. Yeah, and look, I'll never, make any like call to action or call to fight or anything like that. As a matter of fact, I think that a lot of things that are going on are bait for they're casting bait out to try to see who they can get to actually, make things go kinetic because the world is more divided now than it has ever been. Like this is a really trying time. So this is why I end every stream the way that I do, so we can remember that division, difference of ideals and beliefs, like that is what freedom is, right? Don't ever cast judgment on other people, even though it's hard. Let me say it differently. Do your best to not cast judgment on other people with different values and beliefs. And if you respect their values and beliefs, and you simply just express yours and ask them questions about theirs, you'd be surprised how little they can actually answer questions about their own values and beliefs because most of them aren't really theirs, right? They're just repeating and parroting shit that they hear, on the mainstream media or alt media and YouTube channels and headlines. Most of them can't actually get into a detailed debate or argument or even a conversation about what they think they believe. So when you do that, your likelihood of changing their mind to at least be open to maybe some growth in the future is it's just much higher. That's all. But yeah, thank you for that correction. So we'll go through and as you guys know, Cron Jump, John Crump writes for Ammo Land News, and he put out an excellent article. It says Polymer 80
Oh, by the way,
return. Yeah,
did you notice the
yeah.
link in there to a certain company?
Uh, e- er, uh, um. Oh snap! I didn't even notice that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh snap! Hold on. Dang, bro! I didn't even know. Dang, yo, John Crump with the assist. Thank you, bro. Maybe that's why the open letter came out. Jesus. So yeah, DLD hardware. If you need jigs to finish your Polymer 80s, I now have AR-15 jigs. I have every Polymer 80 jig you can think of. I even have my own line of DLD jigs that bolt shut on the frame. And if you anyone out there has a bridge frame, they'll need an LBRS jig to drill the second pin.
I wouldn't actually. uh, I don't know. I don't think I would actually drill it if I had one.
Yeah, I'm gonna hang on to a couple because you know, I'll say this: white frames, CLs, right? What happened? All these beautiful things here in the background, right? Blue titanium, cobalt, all of those were discontinued,
I still got
right?
my blue titanium.
Yeah, you know what? And I got something for you too. I have
Well,
a
no, that's not
D2.
for you though.
I have a D2 karambit. If you still
Yeah.
wanna, you know,
We'll talk offline. I was just joking.
Dark. What program are you
Yes,
talking about?
Martin, you are 100%. It is a fascist. It is a fast. The Federation is fascist. Oh, yeah, there you go. Sorry.
All right, we're talking about Star Trek. They're like, I come to Dark's channel to watch Star Trek.
Well, people
Or
are asking
talking
me
about
questions about Star Trek. I don't know.
yeah, no, you're good. I'm joking. Well, thank you for the assist there. I appreciate that, and that's super helpful. Thank you. But let's get through it. So the article is titled "Polymer 80 Return to Selling Pistol Frames After Winning Preliminary Injunction." Now, backing up a little bit for all you guys out there, you will see that some people are back to selling full kits because this extends to Polymer 80 and Polymer 80's customers. Now, I don't know how much you want to get into this, but hey, Night Strike, good to see you, man. Um, true, the Federation and Starship Troopers is fascist.
But if you read the book was a critique of fascism.
Duh. I'm just kidding. I never read.
The book makes it a little bit, which is a little bit, it's a little bit more obvious what they're doing, but it's political satire of fascism.
Oh, bending ballistics. I was talking about when you said your message. I was referring to your message where you had mentioned a G36, and I didn't know if so not the programming, the developing. I didn't know if you wanted anything mentioned about that. And now, basically, you know,
The Jedi were religious extremists.
I believe that. Convert or die. Okay, so backing up a little bit, what was I talking about? Oh, so um, you would think that like that means that Morningstar, what's up, man? Good to see you.
Why?
Are you serious, Bending Ballistics? I swear to God, I got a message from a dude named Bending Ballistics. Like maybe I'm tripping. Maybe what the hell? Okay, I'll have to go back to the message. That's crazy.
Why is
Well,
your whole chat talking about science fiction stuff?
because that's what they do. They and still are.
Scientology.
um Yeah, so what happens is they come in, they join, and then they start talking about what we're talking about. And someone's like, squirrel. And then everyone's like, I saw a squirrel too. Did you see the nuts that squirrel had in his mouth? And then it's just like, but the beauty of it is that the side conversations mean that they're community and they're here together. So it's, I never replied to your message. Oh shit, my bad. Okay. I'll look. It's really tough, y'all. I like today, like I said, I had the most difficult like 36 hours of like it was tough, right? And then I get home and I go hey Mike, what's up, man? Hold on. Is that? Hold on, real quick. Oh, never mind. Okay, sorry. I thought it was Mike McClune for a second. I thought he changed his name. Mike Expa Warrior. What's up, man? Thank you for joining us.
Gray Jedi.
So, yes, that is Mike McClune. No, that's Mike McClune. Am I tripping?
Mike, what's up, buddy?
Let me see, because chat's a little bit behind.
Sith fan.
Dude, I'm totally not into any like
I
Star
know
Wars, Star Trek,
that's why it's funny.
but I'll watch like some shit. Like so Dark. I watched Dark. Obviously, my name's Dark, so I had to watch Dark. Right? That was dope. That was like totally like interdimensional, space and time and cosmic black hole, white hole. Like, and plus it was called Dark.
You would
So I had
probably
to watch
like
it.
what was it? There was there was a show on Netflix. It ran for 2 series. It was a chick that thought she was an angel or something like that.
Mm.
And then it starts getting into interdimensional travel and everything else. It goes.
Kyle Katarn is my homeboy. No, I'm not that Mike. All right, my bad. Well, thank you for joining us. I appreciate you. Everyone, give him a little bit of love in chat. Dark Lord is sexy dungeon title. What? I don't even know where you guys are at. So back to the injunction in the
You don't
article on the
want to talk
injunction.
about science fiction?
Yeah, right. Like maybe I should do a sci-fi stream or something. I had no idea that you guys were into the shit like that. You know what else is a great sci-fi stream topic? The
Away,
ETF.
away, away.
Away. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Jeff Kron got it away.
Yeah. I saw
No, I'm
that.
not going to start this again.
Yeah. Okay. Now, so backing up a little bit, going back to the injunction, which was the reason I started the stream an hour ago, guys. Just kidding. It took me 20 minutes to say hello to everyone. So, Lord, forgive me for I've sinned. Okay. So going back here. So as you guys will see, you're going to see that like Polymer 80 is allowed to sell, their old frames. Now, a lot of people are calling them, 80% frames, and the bridge frames are 76% frames, and those are all industry coin terms. Okay, so the Polymer 80 frame is the PF940C, PF940V2, PF940SC, and then the bridge frame is the bridge frame, but it's the PF940C bridge frame, PF940C V2 bridge frame. Okay. And the reason it was called the bridge frame is because it was bridging the gap during that time. All right. Excuse me. And the ish in the back of the trigger housing also kind of looks like a bridge. So anyway, so there are a lot of people still out there with bridge frames that need jigs, right? There are a lot of people out there, that will still need to drill the second locking block pinhole on their frame. So if you guys do DLD hardware, they're $25. So, come holla at me. You support the channel by doing that. And, during these challenging times, if you are able to support DLD hardware, it's a difficult time because I'm like, okay, like, so what? So jigs just aren't a thing anymore, or they won't be a thing for very long. And, I did this to help the community, and I believe it did help the community. I've got 2,700 families served, 2,700 people, because I keep watching of my order numbers, that have been helped, and damn, I mean, that's easily 2,700 to 5,300 firearms built just off of jigs purchased from my company. So that's dope. But cheeks, backing up a little bit, you would expect that you're going to see frames and jigs and rails and drill bits and all that, like, all being sold together, like right away again. And some places, like some individual companies that were distributors of Polymer 80, may do that because the customer of Polymer 80 is protected, and their speech is also protected when it comes to their marketing material around it as well. Now, if you go to Polymer 80, the actual Polymer 80 website, you'll see that they say available for pre-order in May. So we're still going to be looking at the rest of March and April, and then May. I think they're waiting on another run to be done, right? So during that time, I would grab some bridge frames. Okay, grab some bridge frames, then grab some jigs, because they're going to be worth something in the future, guys. We've been telling you that for like 2 months. Like, well, not 2 months. Yeah, damn, almost 2 months. So just keep it. My Galaxy Obama is AZ Infidel. What's up, brother? Good to see you.
Can I show you something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to share something really quick. All right, so in Michigan, they're fighting the assault weapons ban, right?
Yeah, I'm aware. I've been
Okay,
following 28EDU.
yeah.
Shout out to
Well,
28EDU and his
well,
channel.
here you go. The during and for the lawsuit that's going on right now, right? The AG replied to the opposition for the opposition for whatever to the preliminary injunction, right? And the AG argued two different things. That one, that since they didn't have AR-15s during the ratification of the Second Amendment, that they're not covered by the Second Amendment.
What? Dude,
And
that is that is the most stupid argument I've ever heard in my life.
no, wait. You're just about to get. It's about to turn up to about 11. Okay. What is unusual? What is a synonym for unusual?
It's CRS brings up the word all the time. It's
How about uncommon? Look, right here, right? I'm gonna bring up something right here.
Hold on, I can't even see that.
I'm going to blow it up.
Oh,
right.
Unusual? Was that your thing? I thought
Yeah.
you were talking about the legal term they use for it.
No, not the legal term. No. Do you see unusual, common, uncommon, right?
Uncommon, yeah.
The AG in his arguments wrote, just because something is common doesn't mean it isn't unusual.
It is literally a synonym of the word.
Uncommon is a synonym of unusual.
Yeah, like that doesn't even make any sense at all. This is how broken these people are, though. They're willing to give anything they can to, try to die on their hill.
No, but it literally says, just because a weapon is common does not mean the weapon is unusual.
That's absolutely preposterous. Rich, what are you talking about? Part of this that I haven't hit on. I don't know what you're referring to. Because he got power and is going to get fired. I may have missed that. Maybe a side conversation. I'm not sure. Well, yeah, clearly that's idiotic.
That is crazy.
Yeah. So are you done with that?
Yeah. I just thought that it was kind of
Yeah.
it was kind of ridiculous.
kind of hilarious.
That even yeah.
All right, so let's return back to this real quick. So the title is Polymer 80 to return to selling pistol frames after winning preliminary injunction. On Sunday night, the U.S. District Court, Reed O'Connor issued a preliminary injunction in favor of Polymer 80 against the BATF, the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives. Final rule on pistol frames and receivers. Really, it should probably say unfinished pistol frames, but I mean, all the same. Not being nitpicky. Now the company has returned to selling kits. Now, of course, then somebody mentioned this that so that's what I was referring to with a pre-order. It's a pre-order that they're doing a run on now, which will be available in May. So that's what I was referring to. The Texas District Judge's injunction applies only to Polymer 80 and its customers. This case is one of many that has found the ATF out of bounds with issuing their frames rule, which retroactively made frame blanks firearms. The court found that the ATF overstepped its regulatory powers by trying to go around Congress. The statutory context repeatedly confirms that Congress intentionally chose not to regulate weapon parts generally. As further evidence, look to 921A4C, which does allow for the regulation of parts, but it allows for the regulation only of parts of destructive devices, one of the 4 statutory sub-definitions of firearm, the judge wrote. The Biden administration held up a Polymer 80 kit at a White House Rose Garden ceremony. We
They did.
all remember that. And implied that it was a tool of criminals, a label that many in the gun community rejected. And we actually have like some serious evidence completely to the contrary of this. And remind me to bring that up about Freedom Crew University in a minute. Now, that same kit Biden demonized is once again available to the general public through the Polymer 80 website for pre-order. After the final rule was unveiled late last August, Polymer 80 started selling blank frames alone without jigs. Customers would have to go to one of 5 secondary sites, such as DLD Hardware, to buy jigs and other parts. Then 2 days after Christmas, the ATF released an open letter, once again modifying its final rule.
I remember when I called you up and told you about that, you're like in disbelief.
It's because I was like, they couldn't mean. They're saying
We had to get on
partially
a
finished.
we had to get on a video chat.
Dude, it was hard for me to believe because they've only like one other time used the word or the words partially completed, right? So I was like, okay, so they're sending this to FFLs, so it must mean that they're referring to frames that have been partially completed by the end user. But no, they were referring to, and that's what I needed to clear up. Are they saying that as it comes from the factory, it's partially completed? Or are they saying that if someone walks in an FFL with a frame that they've taken like the tabs off and drilled the holes, like, is that what they're saying is partially completed? So that's just what I found really hard to believe, because this was a massive encroachment on all of our rights. So the letter came on the heels of anti-gun groups calling on the ATF to close the ghost gun loophole. Ridiculous. The letter's new change never went through the mandatory public comment period. The ATF just decided to change the meaning of the final rule, which is so bizarre, right? They August 24th dropped the 296-page final rule. And even in the final rule, they had said that nothing can change the final rule. Even case law raining down from the Supreme Court could not make any changes to it, because it was right after Bruin hit. And then the first thing they did was change it, what they said that no one could change, but that's how they are. The ETF just decided to change the meaning of the final rule. Many in the gun world saw the reinterpretation of the final rule as a violation of the Administrative Procedures Act, the APA, which regulates how a rule can be introduced. Polymer 80 celebrated this historic victory over the ATF. F y'all. Company founder Lauren Kelly was happy to be fully back in business after the Biden administration tried to shut the company down.
That's what they tried to do. They tried to shut them down
through rulemaking. Yeah, through literally trying to obfuscate every single every part of any checks and balances that we have in our extremely fragile country. And they're trying to shut down the pioneers of gun building, right? The people that there's always been gun building, right? But Polymer 80, they were like the pioneer. They are the pioneers of simple, not simple, but more simple, meaning like I wouldn't have to weld. I wouldn't have to push rivets with a 12-ton, press. I wouldn't have to, it makes it more of like a craft. It's never easy, right? But it's more simple, and it is one of the most plentiful types of firearms that you can build. And they are the pioneers of that shit. And that's why since day one, since I started this channel almost 2 years ago, I mean, it's been more than 2 years since I started it, but almost 2 years ago, I was like, this is a hill that I'm willing, y'all already know, and I'm going to do whatever I can to help the gun building movement through this, and hence why DLD hardware exists. Um, but to shut the company down through rulemaking. Other companies also have an injunction, but none with the market share that Polymer 80 holds. Facts. This has been a hard fought victory, Kelly told MLA News. It would not have been possible without our employees and customers. The fight isn't over, but we intend to see it out until the end. With all the defeats of the final rule in Texas, it seems to be on borrowed time. The ATF could appeal to the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals, but that would be a hard fought battle if the Fifth Circuit's opinion in the Cargill case, is any indication. In that case, the court ruled 13-3 against the ATF's bump stock ban and remanded the case back to the district judge to rule in Michael Cargill's favor and issue the appropriate relief. MLN News reached out to the ATF and the White House for comment on their latest defeat, but neither returned Amalan's request.
Well,
for comment.
ATF has now, and they said they can't comment.
Of course.
That's haven't been updated yet.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Did you put that up there? My bad.
Yeah. He has a question about
Sorry.
actual people's rights, anyone's rights actually being restored. And yeah, I have. Michael Cargill, who we just talked to, he can have bump stocks, and that's probably going to expand to the whole Fifth Circuit that can have bump stocks. But right now, he can go ahead and like run a bump stock, and no one can touch him. The Fifth Circuit is going to expand that to the whole Fifth Circuit. I mean, at least the Fifth Circuit, maybe. But so yeah. So his rights were restored. All the people in New Jersey who couldn't get concealed carry permits, and Berlin allowed them to get concealed carry permits, then the state tried to do some shenanigans. Their rights were restored. So everyone that can get concealed carry permits now because of the Berman stuff. Okay, so we got those two. The gentleman who was being charged for a felony because he had the serial numbers obfuscated on his firearms, and that got thrown out. People that were accused of domestic abuse and had the firearms taken away because of this domestic abuse, whether there's a lot of evidence or not, they have all their rights restored. I can go on and on. There's actually been tons and tons of people.
Now,
People in Oregon, where the GOA lawsuit blocked the assault weapons ban and magazine restrictions. They got a preliminary injunction against the assault weapons ban and magazine restrictions. Those people in Oregon, they got their rights restored. So a lot.
let me check something because Rich is saying that he that I'm missing something that I didn't report on. Let me look at this. Give me 1 sec.
It's probably what I sent you earlier. Yeah, while he's doing that, Mike, I'm actually I've just been slammed with other stuff. I got COVID, but I was supposed to have an article. I had a deadline the deadline's pushed back now, but I am going through and writing an article to show people about the different people that got their rights back. That's why I could like pop out all this stuff out of the air, because I'm actually writing an article to show people whose rights were restored or people that got their guns back as well. Because of stupid ass shit.
Sorry, I'm trying to see what he meant by what he's saying.
Rich who?
Rich, like Flying Rich.
Wait, Rich said. I don't think Rich sent you anything.
Yeah, he literally dropped a comment that was like, "Hey, there's still one thing that you haven't even reported on about all this. I just dropped a short on it, but there's he dropped a short about like a camera thing that he 3D printed." I'm like, and I watched the whole thing. I'm like looking at it like, what?
Did you check Flying Rich Firearms?
Yeah, yeah, it's the same shit. He's got the, I don't know. Look, Rich, if you didn't oh, he said JK. Were you trying to clickbait people to go look at your channel? Rich, you little rascal.
Oh my god.
I mean, I'm certainly not surprised he's been using my voice for his content for the last 12 months. So, anyway, moving along. So yeah, I guess so. Look, I'm happy to see this because the reality is that, we've been through a lot over the past 2 years.
All right.
We've
No,
Raffle.
no, I want to show you NRA. Who
Oh,
they
let me guess.
emailed me.
They're taking credit for
No. This is
dude,
the email they just sent out.
too many choices. Absolutely correct. So what is this? Speakers just announced.
Trump, the guy that banned bump stocks or tried
Are
to ban
you
bump stocks.
serious? Like
The
that
guy that said, "Take the guns first, then worry about due process later."
due process later. Yeah. Here's the most hilarious thing. Like people are so jaded. It's like that people that are, that are saying that they're on the side of freedom don't even understand most of what all of these people, like there's no politician that is going to save us, right? Yes, there are some cases where some politicians that may have some more things in alignment with your values and beliefs that just happen to make your life a little bit more convenient during their administration, as opposed to, an administration that totally shuts down all of domestic, energy production, all fracking and oil and pipelines and all this shit. They destroy our economy. We're completely dependent on, our, other countries that aren't even allies of ours, and look, the reason that we are where we are is not an accident. And this all seems to be happening at the exact same time that the CBDC coin just had a trial, a successful trial at the New York Fed. And, there's banks that are literally falling apart, and all of this is happening at the same time that the CBDC digital currency is going to get shoved down your throat. And because so many of us are stuck in this world of consumerism, convenience, and money, they're probably going to be like, hey Bob, you have $20,000 in your account. Well, when you switch to CBDC coin, that'll turn into $40,000 during, this time of inflation where I guarantee there's going to be some benefit to switching over to the government digital currency. It would be, or they would absolutely force you to. So you're either not going to have a choice or it's going to positively impact you financially. And when you're stuck in a situation like that, you're basically going to have to choose to just suck it up and do it. Bob, no. um, yeah, so third hole is a commitment. Facts. Uh, yeah, and Marine Gun Builder actually said it beautifully. He had said this was all clear 2 years ago when the Federal Reserve, where there has never been a riot or any true like social disturbance at the Federal Reserve, when the Federal Reserve put riot fencing around their entire facility. That was a pretty good indicator that we're headed towards something that may not be in our favor, the favor of the general public. Yeah, so and that's a whole nother thing with the banks and all that shit. We don't necessarily need to get into that. Fluffy Bunny Arsenal, what's up, brother? Good to see you. I find the saddle soap gives you a beautiful finish. What did I walk into? The saddle soap, that sounds dirty. Moms demand full auto. Facts. Yeah, so that's I wanted to hit that. I do think well, and we can chat offline afterwards, about some other stuff that's kind of popping up. But look, well, actually, a question. So, and this has popped up before. So let's say Polymer 80 has, their injunction, right? 80% Arms has their injunction. So if I were a distributor of Polymer 80 and I started selling full kits right now, is that lawful?
Not really sure.
This is where it's about as clear as mud,
Yeah,
right?
I
Like,
would say definitely get a legal opinion on that.
yeah. And so the
I mean,
document
I mean, it
says,
can be argued that that's what it means,
yeah,
but yeah,
it it literally says this extends to Polymer 80 and their customers, right? Now, yes, Polymer 80 is pre-ordering kits to be delivered in May currently. But my question is
that's
that,
directly to consumer though.
yeah, that's direct to the consumer. So let's say that, I let's just say, and again, I don't deal in frames. Okay. That's, my website is jigs and gunsmithing tools and stuff. But let's just say that I'm like, well, I bought all these frames and like let's say I go take all of these frames, jigs, they're kits, right? So it's frame, jig, rails, drill bits, right? And a sticker. And I go put all these on my website right now, right? I'm not saying I'm going to. I'm just saying hypothetically, if I were to do that, I'm a customer of Polymer 80, right? If I go and sell these right now, d- does that protect? Am I protected by the injunction, or are these only for a certain time period, right? Or this is this is where the waters are muddied, right? Because at what point does it protect
I would
the?
not want to be a test case.
Of course, no one does. Not everyone. A lot of people told me that when I just started selling jigs by themselves, that they were like, "Dark, you're gonna go to jail." It's like I'm just selling pieces of plastic, unregulated. They're not even firearm parts, And Dark,
They didn't say consumer; they said customer.
correct. It
No,
says customer.
Morningstar. I think Morningstar was a little bit confused.
So usually, what they do, they specify these things when they're careful, because y'all know that the ATF is extremely creative in the way that they use words. Words matter. They'll say consumer, end user, people engaging in the business of, right? And they'll use these categories as, to define like who people are, right? So FFLs could order P80s during certain times and get the frames and the jigs
Right.
and, no problem, right? But it was the end user, so people engaging in the business of that had an FFL could buy them no problem, right? Even with no, well, we don't need to get into all that, but um, the moment that the end user receives the frame and the jig and all that stuff together that from the same company, that's a problem. So
Here's the thing, right? Um, if like let's say DLD After Dark was in Texas and you wanted to start selling full kits, you know,
mhm,
frames, rails, uh, drill bits, pens. If you were near this in Texas where you are, I would say you you might. I wouldn't say you would be safe. I said I still would say I wouldn't want to be a test case.
but you might be safe.
Well, I would feel a lot more comfortable with you doing it
Assemble
there
for thyself.
because like even if you do get hemmed up, you have the fifth to backstop, which is I mean, it's not a safe. None of it's a safe backstop.
Well, look, here's the reality. I will always have the fifth as a safe backstop because if I get in trouble, I'm gonna plead the fifth in every single situation.
Yeah, that's what you should. Um,
Yeah,
I mean, that's what you should do. But in Virginia, we're not under the fifth.
we're not under the fifth district,
You're
but
not, no, the Fifth Circuit. You mean?
or I'm sorry, Fifth Circuit. Forgive me. Again,
So if you
long
do
day.
appeal, you're going to have to go to the fourth, right?
Okay, yes,
And the
but
fourth is the most anti-gun circuit in the country.
I agree, and I would be a customer of Polymer 80.
Yeah, but they're not gonna they're you're not gonna be in the fifth. They'll criminally charge you, right? And then you're gonna go to criminal court, and if you win, you win. If you lose, you're gonna have to appeal to the circuit court,
Joe Morris, what's up,
which
bro?
is the Fourth Circuit Court, which they're never gonna find for you. Never.
So you're telling me, just for clarity, there's a whole lot of companies right now that are literally gearing up as we speak to put full kits back on.
I mean, yeah, they might be protected, but what I'm saying is, I would not want to be the test case.
So, and we're just discussing hypotheticals here, okay? So are we saying, like, let's say, okay, so P80 got the injunction. Let's say that anything they manufactured prior wouldn't fall under this injunction. Okay. So let's say this new batch they're coming out with in May is, are the only products that fall under this injunction. So let's say in
No,
May,
I think it's everything.
okay. So if and I get it. Look, I'm not trying to pull like a gotcha. I'm just genuinely asking out of curiosity. Are we saying that if it covers everything, then one should be able to take all their jigs and put frames in all their jigs and rails, and
Theoretically.
but we're saying in only the fifth district circuit?
No, I'm saying if the ATF decides to come down on you where you're located at,
They
uh,
can.
well, no, I'm not saying that they can, because the process is a punishment, right?
Of course.
So let's say you lose in court. Where you're going to appeal to is the Fourth Circuit, right? Where if you were in Texas, if you appealed your conviction, you would be appealing to the Fifth Circuit.
Now,
The
do you
Fifth
think
Circuit, you the Fifth Circuit ruled that bump stocks aren't machine guns 13-3. So
yeah.
I would feel more confident with your chance on appeal than your chance of appeal in we're in Virginia.
So I guess I'm curious about what all these companies are going to do, right? They're
Okay, too many choices. Yeah, the split circuit. Yeah, he's talking about split circuit. I'm defining it into this.
yeah, go ahead.
It does. Okay, the Supreme Court is almost forced to take it. There's about a 90% chance the Supreme Court will take a case with us in a split circuit, but it's done. That's not always the case. There's nothing to say they have to take a case just because the circuits are split. They have always done that in the past, but sometimes there's going to be a first.
Fluffy Bunny Arsenal, very good point. That's a scary point. You can beat the charge, but not the ride.
Look at CRS, man.
I know it, bro. So a lot of like I've not been open with this, but a very, very, very long time ago, so long ago that it was so long ago I can't even say how long ago it was, but very long ago, I went through some challenges and I ended up getting charged with a couple things, and I beat the charges. Now, I said to myself at this time when I was going into this, I was like, look, if I go in here and I don't beat these charges and I walk out with some life changing circumstances here, I'm just saying F it, and I'm going to be a total, badass forever, right? Give 0 Fs, as people say nowadays. But if I go in here and, the strategy of my lawyer, who my lawyer is remarkable, and I still use him to this day. I still, have a relationship with him to this day. After the stream, I can, tell you who it is. But if I walk in and the strategy of my lawyer and I just, let's say, the Lord rains down mercy on me, and I walk out of there, then I was like, I'm going to turn my life around, and that's exactly what I did. And a lot of you guys know that I've led a different life before, and that I'm a changed man. I've been saved. But anyway, moving along, getting back to this, I think this is one of the most difficult things, right? Where, you know, there are injunctions for a company, there are injunctions for another company, there are injunctions for a circuit, there's you know, verdicts that it's so confusing, because you would think that with this injunction and them being able to sell to all legal places all over the country, why wouldn't the distributors be able to sell? You know what I mean?
And they should, but
But you're saying
what you're
it's a
talking about is two different things.
okay.
Like
How so?
what they should be able to do, and if the ATF, even if the ATF agrees with you 100%, they're just gonna say, "Oh, we don't agree with that."
Do you think that there's a possibility that a company like mine, that's now served about 2,700 people, and that is handwritten F the ATF in large paint marker on every package and every jig that they've ever sold, for more than 2,700, probably twice that number of jigs, do you think that person could potentially be a target by the ATF?
Yes.
Do you think if those consumers that were receiving these jigs that were wrapped in plastic that said F the ATF on them, posting them all over Facebook and Instagram and Reddit and all over, do you think that that could potentially cause the ATF to target this individual?
Hell, I'm a target, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just wondering.
You
I'm
gotta,
asking
you
for a
know,
friend.
freaking be a target, man. Who cares? Well, I know, but it's kind of hard to say. But what I'm saying is,
Fourth and Ninth Circuit courts are filled with
I
Quentin
know who
and
Storing Rich is.
there you go. You just found it. I thought it was, well, one of my 3 guesses was Detective John Kimball.
No,
Yeah, I found that out, unfortunately.
no, I'm pretty sure I know who it is.
I think you should avoid buying a puppy is all. So now what you have to do is consider who is typing now and who was typing before but is no longer typing. Right? You gotta look at the fluctuation here, but
All
it's
right, look in the private chat.
I considered that, but I
I
don't.
think it is.
All right, good. Call it out. Shout it out.
Hmm.
We have an exclusive here.
I'm not gonna blow up his shit.
No, he said if you got a guess, say it today. He said that.
I
Guys,
think it's too many choices.
oh, ladies and gentlemen, for the reveal, is it too many choices? The countdown starts now. 3, 2, 1. It takes 7 seconds for the for the delay, so I don't know why I counted back
Oh,
from
did they
3.
say 9? No. Oh,
9, 9, 9. I didn't think it was too many choices. I got 2 other
wait, who am I?
guesses. Wait, who am I? See, that's too quick, right? That's too quick right there. Um, I got 2 other guesses, which I'll share with you um, behind closed doors, behind these hazel eyes. Voting is for dummies. Yeah. So okay. So I wanted to go over that with you guys. You know that I want to before I say anything else about the open letter.
Okay.
I actually want to go in
Oh,
and
can I just say something to why I thought it was too many choices?
yeah, sure. Because
Because
he's educated on that kind of stuff.
yeah, he's educated on that type of stuff. So me guessing there was too many choices was actually a compliment to you. Too many choices.
Though 40 cal is the superior caliber compared to 380 ACP, I agree. I agree. I would not enjoy being shot by a 40 caliber.
I wouldn't be enjoy being shot by a 22 caliber. What the hell are you talking about? Why would you enjoy being shot, man?
What about a 22
I
short?
I would not. No, I wouldn't want to be shot with a BB gun.
Not even an airsoft? That's fun.
Oh, the
Airsoft is fun.
airsoft. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's fine.
He said, "I'll take it, thanks. I may try this in the future." What? Hold on. Don't try getting shot. Okay. That's when all the regulations start. He's a federal agent. Who's a federal agent? Snoring Rich is a federal agent? Oh, proof. Proof that Snoring Rich is a Fed. Boom. 40 cal. I'm just kidding. They changed from 40 cal a long time ago. LOL. Definitely not Snoring Rich. Facts. From what I understand, cars. Look, I for all these guys that are gun guys talking about cars, dude. You guys don't want to know the amount of time, energy, excuse me, time, energy, and money that I have contributed to the hobby, the cause, the movement, the building. You know, it sounds like that DMX song, the guns, the all of that stuff, the time and energy. I could not, should not, probably won't ever get another hobby like cars or motorcycles or even golf, right? Like I know dudes that shoot guns, build guns, buy guns, whatever, and they like play golf and they only use like top of the line like titanium this and that it is a whole nother hobby that is draining. Like unless I am like balling like crazy, and honestly even then if I'm balling I'm just gonna buy land. I could take this briefcase of money and go
Yeah,
buy some
okay.
land.
I'm being called a pussy because I said I wouldn't be shot by a BB gun. We used to have BB gun wars.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, we used to have
we had BB gun wars
like
until
real.
one day we decided to stop having BB gun wars. Someone got
So
their eyes shot out.
I'm
We
with
lost
you.
an eye.
Shout out to Gerchop 38 Super is the best cartridge for 1911. I agree, Scott D. Magnificent. I don't
Yeah,
agree, but I miss
yeah.
Gerchop.
I have a friend when I was like I guess we were like 8 years old and got hit by a BB right in the eye and lost his eye.
He could have afforded a set of tires if he wasn't so into this hobby. So it wasn't about affording them. I mean, I was pushing it off for finances, but the reality is that I just didn't have time. I couldn't go drop off my car for a day or more. It wasn't just the tires. I had so much other work to get done. This is why I put off my dental stuff too. Like, guys, my I went to go drop off packages last night. And I made a really dope Instagram reel dropping it off, and it's pretty cool. So I'll post that later tonight. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, follow me. It's DLD underscore after underscore dark. And I should probably do a DLD hardware Instagram too, but I digress. So I went and I dropped off 60 packages last night. Okay. Now, I've been putting off changing my tires for months and months and months since Iraq Veteran. When I was driving out to Iraq Veteran and the hurricane was here, the IV-88 shoot in Georgia, I got an hour away out of Virginia. Well, on my way out of Virginia, and I was hydroplaning at anything beyond 45 miles an hour, right? I would have gotten a severe accident if I continued. So that was October. Okay. So my tires were bad in October, November, December, January, February, March. We're talking like 6 months ago. I should have done this. I did not that I didn't have time. I did not create the time. I did not make time for that. So this is my fault. Now, as a result of this, what happened is I had to pay 150, actually pay like 170 bucks because it was a chick that was driving the tow truck. She did an excellent job getting my car up there without destroying my rim because the rubber was literally off the rim. and I could just take my finger and squish down the tire completely. It was terrible. And so anyway, backing up, I come out to my car after dropping all these packages off, and my front tire, my power tire, is just totally flat. And I had already backed up and then moved forward, and that had kind of started to pull the rubber off of the wheel. And I go in my trunk and I was like, shit, I don't think I have a spare. So I go in there, open it up, I pull the thing up, and there's no spare in there. There's only one of those tire pumps, those little electronic, like cordless, pumps. And I call my sister and I'm like, yo, it's dark. Come, bring me a spare. And she brings me a spare. Then the lug nut or the socket won't get the lug nuts off. So then she goes, she was a service manager for, she knows her ish. Okay. So she's like, all right, I'm gonna go get these other sockets. Go get these other sockets. And I'm sitting there for like over an hour at this point. She comes back. The other sockets don't fit. She's like, shit, I need thin wall sockets. Okay, great. So she goes back, takes like another half an hour to go get them and come back. And then we finally get a socket that fits. We take the lug nuts off, and then the mother king spare tire doesn't fit. I think it was my caliper that was just too big in the way, right? And then for you guys that didn't see it, for the Fed buddies in chat, obviously y'all know you can't hide from Feds. You can only hide from the crazies on the internet. But that was my tire last night. Okay, that's how bad it was. Now, because the tire didn't fit, and I stabbed all my hands with the steel wires poking out of my tire because that's how bad it was. I literally brought the tire back out of the trunk and put it back on, and had to tighten all the lug nuts and all that, and then call a wrecker to come pick up my car. And I had to just go drop it off at my buddy's shop and just leave it there. And the front was scraping, and the we had to be careful of the rim because obviously we need to protect it from damage. And didn't get back till like 1:30 in the morning. Well, actually, no, I didn't even drop off my car till 1:30 in the morning. So I got back super late. By the time I went to sleep, it was like 3, and I had to get up at 6 to teach because I was teaching a class today, big class, like literally from 8 to 5, and I had to Uber there. So I spent $150 on Uber today. Okay. Driving to and from work, and then to an event for my daughter, and then back from the event for my daughter. I spent 170 something dollars on the tow truck, right? That was a tire and a half just right there, just because of me putting it off, right? And then 2014 Acura wheels. That's close. You're in the same family. You're in the same family. Man, you're good. You're good. It'd be funny is if Snoring Rich was actually Flying Rich. That would be an epic troll. That would be an epic troll. So basically, I get the call, and it's like almost $2,000 worth of work because I need tires and obviously everything else that comes with tires. And then I also need, brakes, and my rotors are, because I waited so damn long to take care of it. And the snoring doxing dark. And then I needed brakes and oil change and like all this stuff. So it's like, okay, I'm just gonna do it. Okay. So yeah, here I am, stuck, paid way too much money for shit. I can't even go out. I can't do, like, if I was like, oh, I want to go grab some, you can't. You can't, Dark. So I'm stuck here. So for that special agency that's just been waiting so long to catch me at home, here you go. Here's your chance. Here's your chance. But know that I don't sleep and I stay scrapped. You know what I'm saying?
All right. I'm gonna share something to piss you off really quick. Then I'm gonna get out of here.
Yeah, man. Sure. Go ahead and do it. I was only supposed to be live for an hour, so I'm gonna cut out in a minute too. Snoring Rich's DLD. Oh my god. If it's the open letter, I don't even want to address it on my channel until I completely read it. But go ahead.
Not the open letter. All right. So you see this right here, right?
Yep.
Moderna copied someone's patent when they came up with their vaccine.
Of course.
So they're being sued. The government gave them $10 billion to develop a vaccine, right? And they're being sued because they infringed on someone's patent. All right, so you saw that, right?
Yeah, sorry. Okay, sorry. These are incredible.
And
TNT was
so
surprised.
now guess what's happening?
Oops, wrong button. What's that?
Did it switch over?
Yep.
The feds are going to pay.
What?
They're going to pay their legal fees. And for
Hold up. Hold
and
up. Hold up.
copies.
You're telling me that the federal government is using our pretend money to pay $10 million.
No, dude, fucking more than it's like probably going to be in the billions, but whatever.
What?
Yeah, they already paid
Oh,
Moderna.
of course. It's the
They paid Moderna $10 billion for a vaccine that they copied the patent from another company that was working on a vaccine. And so
crazy.
now the federal government is going to settle with that company on behalf of Moderna
Bro, okay. So
and cover Moderna's legal fees.
for everyone out there that may or may not know, okay? So money is pretend, okay? Money, this is all fiat currency, right? It means nothing.
It's going to be in the billions.
This, even if it was like actual funds that made an impact on us. Now, of course, it does, right? We are tremendously in debt. The entire banking system is failing. And the only thing that all of you out there, the only things that you need to rely on right now are how self-sufficient you are by yourself, right? Water, food, shelter, security. That's it. Everything else is a distraction. Okay. And if I could, if there were not certain situations in my life right now that were stipulations that I needed to be within a certain distance of certain things, then I would literally be on my own land out somewhere, building my own self-sufficient haven that I could actually bring some, trusted folks. Okay. But we are, what's up, Z? Good to see you, bro. Um, Billy likes to steal patents. But for everyone out there too, so sorry. So make sure that you're as self-sufficient as possible. Okay. Period. That is, if there's anything that you've taken away from any single one of my streams, right? Like, yes, we talk about gun shit, we talk about building, we talk about preparedness, right? We talk about EDC, we talk about everything. We've had people on here that have lived through some tremendous events, right? That have, you know, had to use their gun in self-defense, people that have, survived all sorts of crazy shit. And we talk about so much different shit. Like we just had Palmetto State Armory on here, right? Like crazy shit, right? But if there is one thing that you guys could take from this, okay, is that your worthless money could be used for preparation. But we're so focused on this veiled this bullshit of consumerism and fucking convenience that we can't get out of our own way to get rid of the pretend dollars in our account to prepare. Now I know, look, the truth, the way to do this is to create a completely self-sufficient off-grid lifestyle and location that would potentially be your saving grace, okay? But for those that can't, if you are just absolutely unable to, there are ways that you can prepare still every single day. Don't do it from a place of fear, do it from a place of preparedness. It's different. But pushing all of that aside, if that is the only thing you ever learn, if you leave, if you unsubscribe, if you never come back again, please just take that with you, bottle it up, right? And just keep it for, just keep it close. Keep it in your little, vest pocket. Shout out to all the Colt vest pocket 22s out there or 25s out there. Anyway, when we talk about the vaccine, right, and we talk about, all these companies, working in concert with big tech and with the government and with this is all a fucking mirage. They're all fooling us. And guess what? This Operation Warp Speed that your favorite, Trump, your favorite president, led And it's so funny, like when I go on Twitter and I speak out against something, right? Like if I showcase different values and beliefs on Twitter, people are like, "You're a MAGA Republican." I'm like, "Yo, sit through one of my streams, dude. Sit through one of them. Tell me if you think Dark is a MAGA Republican." Like, the one thing that's plaguing our nation right now is the MAGA Republicans. Like, get the fuck out of here. Oh
Dude,
man. Anyway,
I get accused of being a MAGA Republican all the time, and I'm like,
it's all they know. It's all they know. They're like, "You're a MAGA Republican." I'm like, what is that? It's a right-wing extremist, racist, fascist. You guys understand, for all these like socialists out there, these openly socialist fucks, these people are fighting for fascism, calling you a fascist. They don't see the correlation. They're blind. It is the most entertaining and terribly saddening thing in the world. But again, all that aside, okay, going back to the vaccine, this Operation Warp Speed shit is all a fucking lie. This vaccine has been being worked on since the year 2000, and there are public documents that say this shit. The first patent that was ever taken out for the vaccine trials, specifically for the vaccine for the novel COVID-19, SARS-2, like it literally says it. The CDC took out the first patent on that shit in the year 2000. And it usually takes about 2 decades to create a viable vaccine. The crazy thing is that this isn't even actually a vaccine for this. It's not even an inoculation. This is something else that I'll let you guys do your own research on and kind of fucking figure that shit out. That's what I feel like right now, man. You do know why they called it TV programming, right? 100%. Oh, the right's woke people are typically the anti-Islam, anti-Jew cults that don't really understand the Bible. I may miss, maybe having a side convo. They cook that shit up the fuck up. No lie. Yeah, no. And they're like, we did this in record speed. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Like we talked about 1,000 times on this channel. Richard Rothschild, if you know the Rothschild family, Richard Rothschild took out patents for COVID-19 testing, tracking, tracing, vaccine trials. Why are the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers and the Bill Gates and why are all these people this is the biggest fucking setup I've ever seen. And we're all just falling for it. And the federal government is like, we'll bail them out. Of course you were, because you're profiting off the shit. All right, let me chill out for a second. The new lighting looks great, John.
oh, thank you.
If you want, I'd be happy to come by. Well, I don't have a vehicle right now. I'd be happy to come by and grab that other light post if you don't want it.
You can have both. Maybe you can fix the other one. Maybe it's just like a loose wire or if it F it.
I may be able to. Anyway, my apologies, guys. Sometimes I get a little, the pangolin is a hoax. Yeah, I mean, yeah, all of it is. Keep starting wars. They love sheeples. Yeah, facts. They're all sniffing the same exclusive drugs at the same exclusive parties, and we're not invited. Basically, yeah. Lysol said on the can it kills. Oh shucks. Woo. Sorry. Yes, it did. It said that it killed COVID-19. Okay, sorry. Let me back up a little bit, guys. Sometimes I get a little heated because, like, I think that the people that are putting us in these situations, they believe we have some really serious issues where we can't read, write, we're incapable of thought, we can't actually follow patterns. And then, of course, everything is a conspiracy theory. I don't know if you guys have seen that shirt. It says, what does it say? I need more conspiracy. No, I'm all out of conspiracy theories because all of mine came true. Like that every single thing that we said, like it's all true. Free the shaman. All right. John, go ahead and let everyone know who you are, what you do, and where they can find you.
You can find me
In the
in
club.
Virginia.
I thought they could find you in the club.
In the club.
Pocket
Yeah.
full of doves.
Ari 50 Cent.
Dark Stick just woke up. No, it's not even that, man. It's that like they keep doing these things, and every time they do these things, they're accusing you of being stupid, right? And we're just supposed to just sit back and take it, right? And it starts with something small, right? They're like, "Hey, do me a favor, take a step that way, please." You're like, "Well, I don't really need to take a step that way, but I mean, I don't feel like that's encroaching on anything." Like, okay, I'll take a step. And they're like, actually, could you take 2 steps like forward and to the left? You're like, yeah, man, I'll do it. You see that barrel right there? Yeah. Could you just rest like your right elbow on it? I mean, I guess I can. I mean, it's at this point, I've already taken 4 steps. Like, we're okay, cool, no problem. Next week, hey, would you mind putting your left elbow on that barrel as well? Now, scooch up about 12 inches right now. Just bend over. Now, can you find your belt buckle? And it's just one thing after another. And soon enough, they got you bent over a barrel, and you're just like, I know I'm getting in my mouth, but in my ass at the same time. But you know what? The government said that it was, safe and effective and fair. Anyway, I'm sorry. So yes, you can find John Crump on John Crump Live and John Crump News. You can also find him on Instagram. You can find him in the club with a pocket full of dubs. Anywhere else that I missed?
I'll be at the gathering this weekend if you want to come by and say hi.
That's right. Yep, yep. I unfortunately will not be able to join. I'll be with my little one. I'm sharing joint custody of my daughter with my wife, and we're still legally married. And yeah, on that, we had to stagger weekends, so I have my daughter again this weekend. So I won't be able to make it, but I undoubtedly will miss all of you so very much. We did just have Palmetto State Armory on the show, and I'm sure they're going to regret that after watching this episode. But they also just dropped their micro dagger. Please don't buy it because I want to, and it's out of stock right now. So the quicker that you guys don't buy it, I can buy it. I'm just kidding. If you guys are looking for links like that, if you're planning on purchasing
I'll
anything,
drop some PSA links in the chat right now. I already got a few.
yeah, no, please don't do that because we'll get we'll get
Just
canceled.
joking, just joking. You know what I'm joking about, right?
Yeah, I have an idea. You're flying pretty high, Rich. I'm just kidding. Yeah, Rich is like, oh yeah, I'm on your platform. Yeah, I'll go ahead and put my affiliate links out there. But you guys know like that. I'm talking to chat. You guys know we can't put any links out where you can actually purchase firearms and even parts. If you put out links where you can purchase parts,
Even if it's an Amazon link.
mm-hmm, yep, it's crazy. It's crazy. So yeah, yeah, AZ Infidel. I don't know if you caught the live stream, but I did have I had Josiah and Cameron from Palmetto State Armory on. It was a really, really cool opportunity. I didn't want to, do like crazy, like really structured interview. I just wanted to have a conversation with them. And I've actually had a lot of people uh comment that it was a really good interview and a fun time. So check it out. It was a blast. Guys, remember that you can support the channel by just looking in the description. You can use your trigger finger and your eyeballs to look in the description, and you'd be able to support your boy. Support your boy. So the gathering is the Palmetto State Armory gathering event. It is called PSA The Gathering, and they let people like us come because we're pretty much awesome.
No,
And
it's an Avent link thing, really.
yeah, yeah, for people that are affiliate link, members, juggalos. Yeah, not that kind of gathering, different kind of gathering. But it's cool. Media is allowed there, so they bring people like us in, and then they lump people like us and John, who's an actual investigative journalist, together, which is awesome.
No, I'm not going there. I mean, because I'll tell you offline. I'm kind of nervous about going there.
Oh shucks. Watch part of a dark. Hell yeah. Thanks, man. I appreciate you. I hate FUDs, so I'm glad I was not there. You'd be surprised. There's a whole lot of base people. Now, the other thing is, real quick before we close out, and for those of you that are curious that don't know how I close my stream, because we still got like 60 people in here, you're going to enjoy it. And it's something that the way we close the stream is the way that all of us should lead our lives, and you will feel so much better about every single day that you live when you contribute to your world. But when Palmetto State Armory came on the channel and we had a conversation about the products that they're offering, and they kind of alluded to something, but they didn't say it directly. Okay. Now, we all know, right, that like for builders, parts being available is not only just a remarkable thing, an incredible thing for a company to do, because it is way more difficult for them to just throw parts out there, right, than it is to just throw a complete gun out there, right? So the fact that they're doing that, you know that companies like PSA are openly supporting the builder movement, the 3D printing movement. They
Well,
just can't really come out and say it like exactly, but he was like, "Yeah, we're doing slides and barrels and parts and all that for the 80% stuff."
yeah,
And
like one of my P80s has like a dagger
yep,
parts kit in there.
yep, yeah. I got a dagger, the battle worn American flag dagger, the July 4th one.
Okay.
I got that. I didn't use the dagger lower parts kit. I've heard some decent things about them, but I don't know. It kind of felt like it was just a little, cheapo, but they could be good. Have you had good luck with yours?
No, lower parts kit.
Yeah, the lower parts kit. Have you had good luck with it?
Yeah, it's been fine, really.
Is it in a dagger frame or a P80?
P80.
Gotcha. Yeah. I don't know. I just hadn't. My preference is OEM, Shadow Systems, and the actual Polymer 80 lower
Well, I
parts
just wanted
kits.
to try it.
Yeah, yeah, no, I picked up some parts kits. I was on eBay and I came across this listing for like a whole bunch of random PSA lower parts, and it was like $15. Love you, DLD, CNT, Kurt, Too Many Choices, Z, Mike, Snoring Person, and Crumpy. We love you too. You're awesome. And I still, every time I think of you, Ting Ting, I think of you like being in a backpack, crushing a 6-pack, and like dumping shots out of your AK in the boog because of the,
Like
conversation we
Master
had. Like,
Blaster.
yeah, like so. One night she was like, "Yeah, I just took a 6-pack to the face, and I'm just busting shots out of my AK." I'm like, you are the coolest fucking girl in the world, right? Like that's just like that's what baller ass chicks do. And I was like, man, during the boog, I'm gonna just like put you in my backpack and run around with you, covering my six, because that's how she rolls. But she's hardcore. So chicks, watch out. If you got to compete with chicks like that, man, good luck. Good luck. Um,
Well, we know who you want to be running around with you during the boog. She may
uh,
have her own machine guns too.
Oh yes. Look, hey, if she's still out there, hey, find me. Come find me. I'm not that hard to find. If
Yeah, when I
you,
sent you that mug shot, I was like, "Hey, check this out! Check out this girl! Ha ha ha!"
I was like, yo,
Dark's
she's
like, "Who is
she's
she? Where
cute.
can I find information about her?"
Yeah, like I need to
Oh my
send her.
god! I was like, "Dude, all right, stalker boy."
Yeah, I need to find her. I need to find where she is now. I'm just kidding. Okay, so hold on. So somebody mentioned, so I'm actually pretty tempted to, I don't have anything in 5.7. Okay, so I have no 1911s, which guys watch, 1911s is going to make a massive resurgence in building. If you guys have not built a 1911, holy shit. So keep an eye out on some things that are coming up in the future. You may see a product that's appeared on my website that may not be in stock yet, but it's available and it's going to be a game changer. But I don't have any 1911 anymore. I finally have another 45 ACP, which is a Glock 21 that I built. Well, assembled. I didn't actually like mill and drill the frame. I
I
assembled
found a
it.
1911 the other day.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, didn't know. I mean, I have 1911s, but I found one I didn't know. I forgot I bought like 5 years ago.
just somewhere floating around in your gun room.
Yeah, yeah. I was
So
like, Like, where the fuck you get this from? And I'm like, oh yeah, that's right.
I was honestly really tempted to just go grab one, until I had to drop 2 grand on my car. But I figure for like the 4 years that I did not maintain my car, averaging $500 a year for 4 years is kind of it's reasonable, right? 1911 Master Race, 2 World Wars. Yeah, but here's what I don't hear people saying, okay? Let me just stop everyone for a second. You know what else has been through more than 2 world wars? 9 millimeter Parabellum. Ayo! I'm
Do you
just
know why they
saying.
made the 1911?
Because they couldn't make a 1912. I'm just kidding. Why?
No, okay. During the insurgency in the Philippines, uh, I guess what were they running? I think they were running 25 ACP,
32
32
ACP.
ACP,
Yeah.
and the rebels would get hopped up on all this like PCP shit,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
and the 32s were not stopping them,
You
so
know,
they had to put in an order for a bigger round, and that's where you get the 45 ACP.
I've heard about that. I didn't know if that was actually like documented, if that was actually true.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. When I lived in the Philippines, 1911s are huge over there, and
They make them in huts. They make them in
yeah,
huts with their feet.
dude, I've seen him.
Yeah.
I've held one, and I'll tell you right now. I mean, it was just like a little. I mean, it's illegal to do, but
It's awesome.
it's open. It's open. They just do it, and
Yeah.
you go down. You have the little mall, then you have like the little
It's like a meat
poor
market.
mall, the little poor market outside. You walk through, and they're freaking.
So
Um,
Brassard is saying actually that it was 38 Colt, not 32. I know they also had 38 Colt.
oh, I can't remember, but yeah, but you go in
Whatever it was.
there and they have and they take boat metal, and when the fit and finish on these things
It's crazy.
are effing insane.
You can hear it, like, when they're sitting there racking it, like, the fitting and finishing of parts here, like,
You
it's
feel
like
it. You like
a
like
$200 1911 that they made in a hut. Like, they're holding
oh
down the
no,
frame with their feet, and
when I was there, you could get it for under 100.
under $100 US.
Yeah, anywhere between 30 and
But it feels like a less
they're nice.
bear when you rack it.
It feels
Like,
better.
it's crazy. Like, I would love if
They're
I
all
could,
made
like,
by hand.
sponsor somebody from the Philippines to come here, right, to the US, if I could sponsor them to come just crank out guns
Well, wait, here's the thing, they don't
lawfully.
crank them out because,
CRS, what's up, brother?
$100 is, over there, $30, I mean, is a lot, man. They make, like, $6 a day.
Yeah,
So, they
yeah.
work on this thing for, like, every day, 12 hours, 15 hours a day for, like, 2 months.
Damn, I thought they just cranked them out.
No, 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 they're not cranked out at all. I mean,
I mean, I've
they're
seen those, like, they got these really interesting, like, they're clones. They almost look like those, like, EAA, like, SIG clones, kinda. They're just weird looking semi-auto 9s, right? Like, they look strange, but, I mean, they look like they run. Hold on. No, we're actually getting off right now. We're late. Otherwise, I would love to send you a link and, um, Yo Dick is like a kid from the Philippines.
no, but if anybody ever get a chance to go there, if you go to a place called Alabang, then there's Alabang Town Center, um, and right outside Alabang Town Center, right, um, near the accent school because they have accent schools, right? They
Oh my
speak
g
English over there, but to teach them American accents, there was this little like shanty market, and if you go in
shantytown.
there, you'll find them.
Um, you're thinking about happy endings because you keep bringing up Filipino girls cranking one out with their feet. No, okay, so I was talking about people building 1911s and building guns. But no, CRS, what's up, brother? Shout out to CRS. We're getting off right now.
Oh,
Brastard, I need some Pakistani copies of Glock, Beretta CZ, but in 7.62 by 25. That would be fire. I will say, in one of my Uber rides, and on another stream, I'll talk about this. One of my Uber rides, I talked to a guy that was very familiar with Khyber Pass. And he even told me like the mountain ranges that it's in between. And I looked it up and I was like, oh my God, this dude knows what's up. So it was cool. I'll talk about that on another stream. But $20, $20. Oh, Mike McLean, you're great. But look, it's great to before the long time versus short time conversation. Snoring Rich, just say who you are, man. It's it's affecting me emotionally. Anyway, I love you guys. Before we cut out Jonald J. Crump Jr.,
I already gave my stuff.
would you like to give any DLD ammo has changed? Yeah, like which ammo? Are you talking about like the effectiveness of the? I mean, hands down, like I'll tell you right now, like I'm the first person to argue about the advancements in technology of ammunition because like my like I come from like the era where like my parents were telling me, like my dad was telling me, like a 38 will ricochet you off of a windshield, and a 9mm doesn't even have enough power to puncture through X, Y, and Z, and like stuff like that, right? A 25 ACP won't go through a leather jacket. But dude, the reality is that like the technology and the advancement of ammunition itself is bonkers. Like what we have right now available just in a 9mm is crazy, and that's why 40mm is dead. Or excuse me, 40 caliber is dead. 40mm will never be dead. 40 caliber is dead. Ayo, look at that.
That is a backyard Filipino 1911.
Dude, is that a freaking double 1911?
Yep.
That's crazy. Right? I'm not tripping, right?
No, it is.
Yeah, it's the double, the twin 1911, which
but
oddly
that's
enough,
made in a backyard, Filipino backyard.
that's crazy, man. Like look at the recess above the trigger guard and the steel there. Like that's a lot of work.
Mm-hmm. Made from boat metal, scrap metal.
That's crazy. That's quite.
Because they go down, and there's a lot of like scrap boats there, so they just go and just cut metal off the scrap boats and bring it back, and they work in these little huts, basically these little sheds. They're more like sheds.
Hold on. There's no way. Barton Fink wasn't even in my guesses. I didn't even consider Barton Fink.
That really oh, nice.
Don't tell Rich. Nobody tell Rich. Everyone here, we're taking a pact right now, okay? If you're in this stream, right? What a unit. If you're in this stream right now, this is a secret that we're all going to take to the grave. And we all, the next time Rich comes on my stream, we all need to make fun of him and talk about how we all know who Snoring Rich is now. I'm just saying. All right, we'll go ahead and close down. Ever looking at the 12 gauge from hell? Yeah, we'll talk about it all later. Okay. Any other parting words or anything before we go? Dad advice.
What I always tell everyone: your mom's box.
Your mom's box. You heard it here, not
The
first.
O&A. I don't know if you used to watch O&A or listen to O&A.
No.
Okay.
What's O&A?
Opie and Anthony.
Oh no.
All right.
Never watched that. All right, guys.
Radio show.
Let me ask you this: when I go through, if I go like this, right? Oh shit! Can you hear the music? Oh, it's fading out. Hold on, it's gonna fade back in. Okay, so if I start talking and say, "Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in to DLD After Dark." Can you still hear me? Okay, over the music?
I can.
Okay, I was just curious because that'd be nice to have a little like outro, like a little. Oh, that's See, with that music, I can't really. You know what I may have to do? I may have to do ding 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 ding. All right, guys, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate all you guys and I love all you guys so much. Thank you to all the people that gifted memberships to DLD After Dark. Okay. Sorry, it's kind of bothering me. This is a little more chill. It's a little more chill. Okay. And I also want to remind you guys that as you go through life, remember the rules, okay? Rule 1 is to be kind. It's so important that we're kind in everything that we do, all right? That brief interaction that you have with somebody else could have a massive impact on their life. Rule number 2 is to live a life of care, compassion, contribution, give to others. When you bless others, you become blessed. A hand that's open to give is open to receive. Remember that. You will change people's lives, okay? Rule number 3, it's going to start going and I can't do that while I'm talking. So, hopefully that wasn't too bad. Let's get the feedback. 50-50. Yeah, I still listen. Okay. All right. Gonna yeah. This one has an 80s Miami Vice feel to it. Yeah, for real. Okay. Pew! Rule number 3, because we know that the only way for us to defeat evil is with good men and women, ting ting, highly skilled in violence. Okay. So make sure that you are becoming as highly skilled in violence as you possibly can be, and be safe, be dangerous, and keep that thing on you. But keep that thing on you like oh my God. It's so long. That's what she said.
accidentally bumped
Dude,
the button. I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry.
that shit is like 40 seconds long, dude.
I
That is
turned around.
crazy.
I did the pew by accident when someone I like moved my hand. I accidentally hit the button.
Dude, that's
I
crazy.
started laughing so hard I couldn't turn it off.
God bless and get ready. Bring in the human beatbox. No, you want to know if you want to hear something impressive with beatboxing, Rozelle, he does singing and beatboxing at the same time. He's
No,
like,
that dude's crazy.
it's nuts. He's like, if you're the dude, he's literally singing and beatboxing at the same time. But there's also tricks that you can do with a microphone, like you can reserve your energy by like being quiet but getting like closer to the mic, like like
I can't do people.
dude, I need to take that what you just did because you were like like it looked so bad, but we can use that for another. I feel a group hug coming on. Yes, feel it coming all over the place. That was great. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. I love all y'all. Take it easy. Seriously, it's easy for us to kind of, fall into like laughter and stuff. And I encourage you to laugh, love, enjoy life, give to people. I have made such a tremendous effort to do more for others. But remember,
Including paying for Slurpees on free Slurpee Day.
this is also true. I still don't regret that. But remember, it is not your righteous acts that will save you in the end.
It's your acts that are righteous.
It is actually believing. Okay? Remember that. I love all you guys. Thank you so much. Remember, when you comment, when this video ends, okay, and you comment afterwards and you like it, if you like this, if you like the smash button and you leave a comment, you will boost this for others to see. You'll boost it all over the place. So please do that. And guys, I love y'all so much. Take care. Just, don't take the black pill. You can keep it. You can keep it close. You can hold it in your hand. You can remember that, like, man, this sucks. We're so close to the end and all that. But remember, be on guard. Be on guard. Be vigilant. No, be on guard. Be alert. For we do not know the appointed time. Even Jesus doesn't know. Wolverine's mother. You want to do? We should do that. You should do that because that's your thing. So you say Wolverines, and I'll try to do it right when you say that. Ready? Your mom's box. No, you want to do one? You can do it. Oh, this is quick.